Yes. I saw another TikTok edit, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go hit the walking pad again. I'll get my steps in, and it's given me like a little bit of motivation. I know like the whole like thing now is like motivation isn't what should keep you going. It's discipline or whatever. But whenever motivation happens to come by, I'm gonna take advantage of it. Anyways, um, yeah, the edit. I'm like, there's no way. There's another one that dropped, but um, I'm trying out something different in terms of my filming setup. So my room is dark. The only things that are lighting up my room essentially is like the little light leaks from my blackout curtain, and then my monitors, and then this little light right here. So this is a video light from Small Rig. I've had it for a bit now, and I really love it. And I'm just trying something different because I get to do that with this sort of video style. I get to experiment, and no one is here to like be like, okay, this is not how it works. This isn't optimal. But I'm just trying it out. Okay. Setup is the Canon EOS R5 with the 15 to 35 2.8. I absolutely love this lens. I have the DJI Mic Mini connected to my R5, and it's on the Mantis Pod Pro if you're into that sort of stuff, and then the small rig RM75 Lite. So ISO 3200, it is pretty, it's not dark dark, but it's not that well lit, so hopefully I can sort of get this situated in post. Also, the air conditioning, again, it's on, but I think the DJI Mic Minis does a good job at minimizing that background noise. So I'm pretty confident that I can use this pretty much anywhere, and you'll still be able to hear my voice fine. Something to note with the Powershot V1, when using the DJI microphones, or I think just any other external microphone, I feel like you can't adjust the audio levels. Maybe I've gotten too spoiled with the EOS R5 where you're able to adjust, but I think it automatically does that for you on the Powershot V1, and I'm not sure how to change it. I've looked in the settings once, maybe not well enough, but I will probably try to get it so that it'll it'll be the same audio quality, because if I plug it into my R5 and then if I plug it into my phone, they both sound great. And there's just whenever I plug it into my PowerShot V1, it sounds a little bit different. The audio quality isn't that bad by any means, but it definitely is better, in at least in my ears, on the R5 and on my iPhone whenever I plug this mic into those cameras in comparison to the PowerShot V1. Something really random to think about, but like I just went through like a whole different um, trail of thoughts in that span of me recording this video, or this little part of the vlog. But walking pad, always a good thing, and yeah, I'm trying to appreciate silence more in my videos. I'm trying to leave more of the pauses instead of cutting out every little pause that I make, even though I really want to. Or I think that's the way I've sort of programmed myself to want these videos to be like. But adding these little pauses is a lot more natural, and it also gives you time to digest and think about what I say. It also gives you and me both a little breather, which is in a way kind of like refreshing instead of it just being bam, 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 bam. Especially if I want to move towards more of a slice of lifestyle sort of documentation format, instead of it being like, this is what I'm doing, and then it quickly moves on. I mean, of course, I'm gonna change it up depending on what I'm feeling for the day, but I really do want a decent amount of my vlogs to just be really slow, very relaxing, calming, especially since I want to play towards my strengths, which is now that I'm realizing it, right? So sometimes I say things and then I realize it, and then it feels like it contradicts itself, like the things that I'm saying, but in a way it doesn't really. Because, what did I just say again? Uh, I literally had to play back the video, but I said play towards my strengths. And most of the time, I actually want to play towards my weaknesses because that gives me more opportunities to improve. Whereas if you always play to your strengths, it's something that, yes, there will be like improvement, but it's something that you're comfortable with. So I guess there really is no right or wrong answer to this. It depends on the situation. If you want to play towards your strengths or your weaknesses, I guess it's good to have the opportunity to choose which one you want. But again, everyone's balance is sort of different. So I can't really tell you whether if you want to do things that cater towards your weaknesses or do things that cater towards your strengths. I hope that makes sense. But yeah. Anyways, switching up the topic just a little bit. The more I'm on Discord and I use my AirPods to listen to chat, the more I've come to appreciate wired earphones, headphones, whatever. I have in-ear monitors with a little 3.5 millimeter to USB-C adapter. And what I do is I plug this into my iPad so that I can edit while I'm still on Discord. So I used to edit on my MacBook, but ever since I switched to my iPad, I think like a week ago or a little bit more than a week ago. I haven't been keeping track really, to be honest. Ever since I switched, I have been liking my workflow a little bit more. It's just like the uploading thing where it doesn't really I've been having a lot of trouble uploading the videos straight from the iPad, but so far I don't really notice any sort of difference in image quality, especially after rendering and airdropping it to my MacBook to upload, which is kind of crazy. And I really appreciate the fact that we don't have to have as many cables to transfer in between devices anymore. I really love and I really appreciate airdrop. But I just wish that I was able to upload straight from my MacBook. I don't know if um, going from the oh sorry, uploading straight from my iPad. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit there. I meant my iPad, not my MacBook, because I can upload from my MacBook fine. But I wish we could go from the iPad to the iPhone and upload it through there. But then again, like I still use those devices pretty frequently, and don't get me wrong, I use my MacBook as well, but I can upload those videos on YouTube in the background without me having to be worried about if the upload will fail or not. With the iPad, if I upload a video and I exit, the progress won't be there. Like it has to be on the YouTube app or the YouTube Studio app for me to upload a video, and then even then the upload speed is really really slow, and it's not a for sure thing to where it'll upload properly because the last few times I've been getting errors. The one time it worked was when I edited a video in 1080p, and I didn't know it was in 1080p because I haven't used the iPad in a while, and I uploaded it straight through YouTube, and I was like, oh, that was fast. Why did it upload the YouTube video so fast? I checked it, it's 1080p. I still left it up. Maybe I'll try 1080p. I really, really like 4K whenever possible, as much as it takes space from my memory cards, my SSDs, my memory on my iPad and my iPhone and my MacBook. I feel like the higher quality is better, and I think to me it's worth it. Even though I'm posting these sorts of videos where it's just like me yapping. I could have been a little bit more productive today, but that's fine. I was very active though, so we kind of even things out there. But I have dinner ready at a reasonable time for once. It is 7:37. I was feeling a little hungry, I'm not gonna lie. That's why I cooked dinner a little bit early. I really didn't really cook much I have this. This is this steak that I cooked, just warmed up. And then we also have some vegetables. This is all from Costco, by the way. And then I got some sashimi. So we got some ahi and blue marlin. Pretty excited for this. I'm not gonna lie, this is an amazing meal. Of course, you gotta have the Coke Zero, but you know how it's gonna go. Gonna watch some anime, and I'll see you after that. Dinner was amazing. Honestly, I feel like I'm gonna eat something else. Maybe I'll heat up some pancakes and honey. But don't forget to drink some water. I I don't know. I don't feel overwhelmed, but I know that deep down I sort of am overwhelmed with all of the things that are happening this year. And just thinking about it, I guess, and me not taking action. It's something that I do and I'm trying to work on more. Is like whenever I get overwhelmed, I don't feel overwhelmed, but my actions show it in where I sort of procrastinate and put things off and don't assess things or take care of things as soon as I need to do them. And like I procrastinate until the very last second. So I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to get things done as soon as possible. So what I'm gonna try to work on today is actually get a list of things that I want to do that I need to do tomorrow, just so that I can accomplish those things and I won't be like, okay, what do I do? And then I end up like watching a YouTube video for absolutely no reason or doom scrolling. But that is pretty much it for this video. I don't know why I always end it like it's a real YouTube video. Real. I don't know what a real or not real YouTube video is anymore. But this is definitely not your state of the art or your regular YouTube video. It's very slow paced. It's very boring. So I understand if at any point in this video you had the urge to click away, but you stayed until the very end. So I really appreciate you. Thanks for listening. I'll see you tomorrow. You know I'll be here tomorrow.